Hello traders, welcome back. Welcome back to another entry and another video guide. So I'm going to show you in this video how not to enter a trade unless you see this price action. So don't enter a trade until you see this particular price action, and doing this will boost your probability with just this simple rule or a couple of rules, which we'll go over now, and I'll explain why they make your trading more effective. So let's just go over the key points. As always, what we're doing here is we are using order flow, the flow of orders, buyers and sellers in the market, to read what's going on, to read the market accurately. So again, we're going to go over this point several times because it's important, but I'll repeat it here that the market is led and manipulated by the big players, I always will call them, the big sharks, who need your liquidity. They need your buy and sell orders in order to buy or sell to you. So for every buyer and seller, there's a counterparty. And for any continuation move to happen, let's say, for example, in an uptrend, there needs to be stop losses underneath being taken out, and the market needs to go there in order for it to buy out all those capitulated sellers, capitulated buyers, and those sellers that are being dragged into the market and then go up the other way. So for that to happen, there must be a counterparty, buyers and sellers. And what we're going to do today is avoid obvious levels. For example, support and resistance levels that you usually see, perhaps trend lines that you usually see, EMAs that people use, and other indicators. So we're going to avoid those today, and I'll show you why. Then what we're going to do is wait for an obvious and clear stop hunt to actually happen. That's the key word here. Wait for what we want to see happen first, and then we are going to place a trade. And what that looks like is aggressive price action, candles or bars, which quickly reverses into the intended direction. So we have that quick reversal taking around about here. So we're not going to buy here or here or here. What we're going to do is wait for this to happen, and then we're going to buy, which seems counterintuitive, but that is a more accurate way to trade. So we're going to look for that quick reversal, and let's just go over how that looks like on the chart. Okay, right. So let's go over to the platform now. Okay, here we have the platform. We have our chart here. And in this example, I'm going to use the Swiss yen. And let's just do some basic analysis. Let's just bring out our drawing tools. We can see that here on the larger picture, the market is moving up. So we're going to go in our buy direction. We're going to go up. Let's just zoom in from the weekly into the daily. And the example I'm going to use is this because it's very easy and clear to see. So I've decided we're going to trade up. We've seen that perhaps we've got a level of support resistance. Perhaps we have our trend line, very obvious to see. When it's obvious to see, that means a lot of liquidity is being built up as traders are all doing the same thing. So what do we expect to happen? We expect to see a run on those traders. So when everyone has placed their stop loss underneath, wherever it is, because they were dragged into buying, we can see there's also support resistance here. So we have people who are trying to sell at these locations. And then what happens is we've got, let's just draw it to make it obvious. So we've got all the money here liquidity has been taken out. we have got sellers being dragged into the market, being tempted to go short. They're seeing this price action happen, and the support resistance sellers are buyers. Those who traded this resistance turned into support are also being taken out here as the market is going against them. So what do we actually do? Well, what we do is we wait for both a break of the trend line and a break of the support resistance level. So what we want to see is the market do this, quickly reverse and go in our intended direction. So it's broken both the trend line. We can see this very aggressive price action, momentum happening very fast. And then we want to see a fast reversal price action to signify that the liquidity has been taken. So let's just zoom in here. And then what we can see, indeed, that happens, as you can see right here. And let's just point out what was going on here. We'll just delete all of these just to clear out the chart. Now, we know that we were looking for that break. The break has happened. And what we can see going on here is very fast selling, lots of traders going short, lots of buyers who had their stop losses below these areas. Those stop losses are now taken out. Those people have now been flushed out of the market. The liquidity has been taken, and we can see these aggressive candles leaving wicks, and very easy to spot that this is selling. Very quickly reverses and turns into buying. We have a pin bar right here. So this pin bar is followed by another further strong momentum, which you can see is indicating that the market is now ready. It's flushed everyone out, liquidity has been taken, and it's ready to reverse and go back up. And this is the point at which we would be going up, and we would expect the market to continue in that direction, which it has done over here. And now we don't know how that's going to look like. We don't know how the candles are going to form, whether the market will go straight up, whether it will just go up in very slow steps and then quickly, or whether it will just range and then head up. We don't know. However, we just go by where the liquidity is being taken. So when you see a market developing a very obvious pattern, very obvious, easy to see for many traders, and you can see these swings here, we know that it is a dangerous time to enter this market long, to buy here, because we have not had the stop hunt. So what we want to do is to wait for that stop hunt, to wait for that liquidity grab inside the trend. So that looks like a very aggressive move and a very aggressive reversal. In other words, we could say, don't look at the obvious, look at what's not so obvious, and try and anticipate what will happen. In this case, we see a very similar thing developing here on the lower time frame. Again, we have a new high. Here we have, again, a trend line. Let's just draw it a bit more accurately. We have a level, support resistance level here, which we can see had many contact points, and then we see a break, very quick break, and very quick reversal, and the market just headed up again. So anyone who had their stop losses here, who was tempted to take a trade, perhaps here because they saw this pin bar, perhaps here because they saw this hammer or pin bar, strong price action, their stop losses would have been below, and they were indeed flushed out. So all the money that was sitting there was now taken out, and therefore we've got the big boys, the big players, being able to buy the market, and therefore we have that reversal. So in summary, wait for that stop hunt. It could be the trend lines, the zones. Wait for that fake price action to happen, allow it to happen, let it build, let it occur in front of your eyes. And then once the situation is clear, then you can place the trade, go up, go down, and you can, with a higher probability, expect it to happen, expect the right direction to happen instead of just guessing based on price action or based on a few indicators and whichever your rules are. So add this to your rules. Don't completely ignore your strategy if you have a working strategy, and this will really boost your accuracy if you can add this as a filter to your trading. Okay, so again, to summarize, we're looking for clear stop hands, we're looking for aggressive price action, we're looking for quick reversals, and avoiding the obvious levels that many traders look at. And just by using those few key filters, in addition to what you already look at, you will probably be able to filter out many losing trades. Thank you very much for watching. This has been another entry, and see you all on the next video. Please do subscribe and like the video. It really helps. And look forward to receiving another video very soon, which will help with your trading. Thank you very much. Comment below if you have any questions, and see you next time. Thanks, guys.